this is exciting. Craig Smith.
Great to see you.
Always exciting.
I
Good to see you.
always am excited.
We call you Mr. Excitement.
I'm happy to be here. Woo!
Craig is our QVC's technology expert. This little device, let me make sure I get this right.
Yes.
This will turn a non-touch 15.6-inch laptop into a touch computer.
It's exactly what it does. And it's so funny. I took this out of the box around here at QVC. I had everyone asking me, is that a scanner? What is this? Yeah. Is this some kind of weird like Wi-Fi dongle or something like that?
You know, because some kind of a ruler?
Because it doesn't look like much. It's basically, it looks like a ruler. But what this does, all you do is plug it into a USB port on your computer, your 15.6-inch PC, and it will turn that non-touch screen into a touch experience. There's no software to download. There's nothing to power up. There's nothing you have to do except plug it into the USB port, attach it to your screen, and it turns into a touch screen.
Stay tuned, because we're going to demonstrate it. We're going to show you. It's ETH230235. Airbar for the 15.6-inch laptops adds touch to non-touch laptop screens. $69.96, 5 easy payments of $13.99. Before we demonstrate, some people want to know, will it work with my computer? Well, what do I need in terms of operating system or?
Sure. Well, first of all, it has to be a PC. So this does not work for Mac.
Not for Mac.
And the version we currently have at 15.6, it has to be a 15.6 PC. So if you have a smaller PC, if you have a larger one, it's not made for those. And this is made specifically for the Windows 10 operating system. So if you have Windows 8, it will do some of the cool things, but it's really made for Windows 10. The fascinating thing about Windows 10, Dan, is that that's a system, an operating system that's designed for the touch experience, yet the vast majority of PCs with Windows 10, they're non-touch computers. So you're not really maximizing the Windows 10 experience. This will allow you to do that.
Now you can. For $69.96, our feature price, 5 easy payments of $13.99. Okay, what do I do? How does it work?
All right, it's very simple. So when you take it out of the box, you're going to look underneath the Airbar, and it has 2 different magnetic spots on it. 2 little magnets already part of the Airbar, and you'll get 2 separate magnets that you'll place on the bezel of your screen.
Oh, okay.
And all you do is place those 2 magnets on the bezel of your screen and then attach the Airbar, and through that magnetic connection, it just stays in place. Nice. Then you use the USB plug it into one of the USB ports on your computer, and now this is a touchscreen experience. So let me show you the difference.
Magic. Wait.
It is pretty much like magic. Now take a look at this. I'm going to actually unplug it from my computer. So I've unplugged the USB cable.
Okay, that's all you did.
This is not a touchscreen experience. Nothing is happening here. All you have to do is simply plug it into a USB port, and now that 15.6 non-touch experience is a 15.6 touch experience.
Can you pinch and zoom? You can.
You do all of that stuff. So what basically you're doing, you're maximizing the Windows 10 experience.
Yeah.
It's almost like now your computer is a tablet-like experience. And take a look at this, about swiping from photos. Look at how smooth and responsive it is. The way it works, Dan, it's not doing anything to your computer. All that's happening here is there's an invisible light beam that's being blasted up across the front of your screen, and it senses your finger and where you're placing your finger on your screen.
Really? And it was instant. It didn't have to get used to, my touch or wow. And that's a simple solution. $69.96, your feature price. It's on 5 easy payments. It's the first day we presented on 5 easy payments with a major credit card or your Q card, just $13.99 a month. Wow, this is big news in the electronics world, right?
It's fascinating news in the electronics world, Dan, because I personally could tell you I've never seen anything quite like this, because there is no software to download. The fact that there's nothing to power up, there's no changing of batteries. All you do is put the magnets on the bezel of your screen and plug it into the USB port. You're off and running. And another really cool safety feature that's built in, because the Airbar kind of comes away from the computer screen, because it does have a little bit of thickness. Yeah. If you do try to close your computer with the Airbar, take a listen to this.
Oh.
You hear that beeping noise?
Already, before you even move it.
Before I move it, because that invisible light beam is going from the Airbar up across the screen.
And it
senses my hand at the top, and it gives me an audible beeping sound, which is going to stop you from closing the computer. When you're done using your computer, all you do is you take it off, Dan. You leave these 2 little magnets on the bezel of your screen, and you're good to go.
But now it's non-touch. So if you just tuned in, you're like, what was that? This is the Airbar. This is new technology. So many of you own a computer that's great in the 15.6-inch size, but it doesn't have touch. You pay a lot of money for a touch computer.
You do.
More than $69.96, which is your feature price for this, and you can just add it to your computer without having to buy a new one if you have a 15.6. It turns any PC computer, and it works again with Windows 8.1, Windows 10, or Chrome as your operating system. You can pinch, you can swipe, you can zoom, you can scroll, do all those great gestures. $69.96, 5 easy payments of $13.99 a month. Now, for like games, like Angry Birds, things that you touch, will it?
It's going to sense your finger response on anything you're doing on the computer. Anything at all that you're doing on your computer.
So this is literally like having a touch computer.
It pretty much turns your PC, your laptop PC, or any PC for that matter that's 15.6 inches in size, it turns it into that tablet-like experience. And touch is what's great about computers because it makes everything easy for people to use. No longer are you trying to figure out with all those cryptic keys, how do I do this, how do I do that? How do I zoom in on the picture? All of us want to do it. We do it with our phones. Now you're doing it on a 15.6-inch screen size, and you just swipe away the same way you do with your phone. All you do is you plug the Airbar into the USB port, attach it to the screen with the magnets that are included, and there you go. Now we have a touchscreen experience.
Boy, this is the epitome of the title of this show, Simple Home Solutions. Here's a solution to a computer that's not touch, now adding touch to it, for $69.96 and $13.99 a month on your credit card. Again, it doesn't work with a Mac or an Apple computer, but a PC. And you get the magnets, you put 2 of them on the bezel of your computer, and there are 2 on the back of the Airbar, and it attaches, and you plug it into your USB.
And there's the wire right there. To measure it, you're going to be 3 millimeters away from the bottom of the screen. Easy way to measure that, Dan, that's the thickness of the cable itself. So that's how you do the initial measurement. The Airbar itself already has the built-in magnets underneath. You'll attach the magnets to the bezel of your computer. And now, if you don't want to use it as a touch, you don't want to use the Airbar, it's not going to do anything to your computer. You're still going to use it the exact same way. Then when you want that touch experience, connect it with the magnets, plug in the USB into one of your USB ports, and here we are. Now it's that touchscreen experience again.
Really amazing. Never thought I'd see anything like this. E230235. If you want to turn a 15.6-inch PC into a touchscreen using Windows 8.1 or Windows 10 or Chrome operating systems, if you have those, this will work with it. And Craig can do everything that you'd expect to do on a touch computer. And like you said, Windows 10 was designed to optimize that touch experience.
And the overwhelming number of computers out there that are Windows 10, Dan, do not have touch screens.
Kind of weird.
So you're kind of missing out on the whole experience if you don't have a touch screen.
Yeah, I think this is a great solution. So easy to use. You get the instructions. So simple. Pinch, zoom, scroll, all those touch gestures. E230235. 5 easy payments of $13.99. That is a cool piece of technology.
You like that, huh?
I do.
One of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Craig. Craig's not going anywhere because we got Beats headphones and really cool ones, the latest.